if someone clicked that ad, did they come to my website, and then maybe they leave and come back a week later and bought something. But it was that ad that really brought them to the site originally. You want to make sure that you say, aha, the credit goes to that ad, and I should be buying more of those ads, for example, or more of these banners, or whatever the thing is that drove the traffic in the first place.
So in other words, if you are heavily dependent on paid search to drive your traffic, use UTM. And if it's primarily organic, then leave it at IP plus UA and don't confuse your customers.
That's one way to do it. That's one way to look at it. But I would say that IP plus user agent is probably is not as accurate as the using the UTM, okay, where it's an actual cookie of the browser.
Okay. Okay. Do you see Google giving live support? I think this is a question I ask you every year at least 3 times. Do you think?
So, I can't say what's going to happen in the future, but today what we have is that for Google Analytics, if you have an email question, we can respond. We've got a whole bunch of forums where we respond to the forums. We have customers and partners that also get in those forums as well. And we have a whole bunch of partners who provide support on a paid basis.
Okay.
And we have basically the same system set up for Urchin, but it's more partner-provided support. And what we are trying to do is create a really healthy ecosystem of people who have become experts in this and people who know various niches in the industry. And oftentimes what we find is these people become more experts than we are in a lot of these cases.
Yes, yes.
And the nice thing is that you get to leverage years of experience that these guys have had to help you out in these things. And then the other thing that is worth mentioning is we have a whole bunch of free resources, such as the conversionuniversity.com.
Okay. What is conversion? No.
Conversionuniversity.com is an area where what we realize is that web analytics in and of itself is kind of not as valuable as if you look at the entire ecosystem that it's in. And it's part of organic search and paid search, banner ads, testing, and there are all these kind of industries that are surrounding the web analytics industry, right? And developing websites, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that web analytics touches. And so Conversion University talks about that. It talks about things that you would learn at a place like here at SES, that you would get in some of these sessions, and teaches you about the broader ecosystem around web analytics. And there are also a lot of best practices and tips and tricks in there as well.
Great, great. So I guess I probably have time for one more question. It would be if when you are not hosting the website, the conversion website on your server, you are hosting a hotel website and booking is really happening on third-party side or the franchise side, what should be the conversion metrics? Because 90% of the time, your pixel is not going to be integrated by third-party side.
Sure.
You are just hosting the website where customer comes in through organic or paid search, they decide to buy. Once they decide to buy, they will leave your site and they are going to land up on a partner site to make the reservation or make a booking.
Well, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, and that is that if you, if your goal is to basically drive a sale onto another website, you will want to tag that link that leaves your site, and maybe it's multiple links that leave your site to the booking system, and use that as your goal. When people click on that link, set up that as the goal. And I actually have this on one of my own sites. My wife does vacation rentals, and so it's very similar to the hotel industry. And what we have is that when people go to check our calendar to see what's available, that's one of our goals, right? So that if we know that if they're serious, they're going to go check the calendar. And that leaves our website. And so we've set that up as a goal. When you leave to check the calendar.
So define the booking engine as the ultimate goal.
Exactly.
To that page.
Exactly. And then we assign a value to that. We say if someone's checking the calendar, there are probably maybe 1 in 20 people that actually check the calendar are gonna book, right? And so then, and we say, okay, then that's probably worth $50 to us or something. And so we can provide a number to that. And the more serious you are with your business, the more sophisticated you get, the more you understand that, if we get a lead, it's generally worth about this much money to us, and you can input that into Google Analytics and say, here's my goal value. And then get all your ROI based on that.
Right. Thank you so much. I guess we are running out of time. We have attendees walking by, before people ask us to leave, we should cut short our interview. Thank you so much, Brett.
Okay, happy to do it. Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.